I'm Scotty Lyons. I've been fishing my whole life.
I'm Paul Breheny and I'm passionate about cooking.
Journey with us as we hook.
And cook great fish in amazing locations.
G'day guys, Scotty here from the Hook and the Cook, and welcome back to our channel. Yes, it's been a little while since I've done a video, just having a bit of time off, and as you can see I've bought myself a paddleboard, so I'm looking forward to some new adventures in and around the Port Hacking here, chasing different species. And this afternoon what I'm going to try and do is catch my first fish on my paddleboard, so hopefully a flathead or a bream, and poke around some of these jetties and pontoons with little soft plastics, and hopefully get a fish. So guys, I hope you enjoy this clip. Please hit the notification so you get notified every week on new clips coming up. And yeah, so I'm going to head off now, see how I go. Quite tricky in the wind. It's an interesting way to fish, that's for sure. But I can see it being quite rewarding, because it gets you into some sneaky little spots that you can't get into with a conventional boat or even a kayak. It's quite good. I've hooked one fish but dropped him. Fingers crossed I'm going to find another one. Actually found it easier on my knees. I think sitting lower in the breeze is helping me sit a little more steady, get me able to work spots a little more thoroughly, I think. My first fish, still connected. That looks like a nice bream. I'm in a little bit of a pickle here because I'm amongst boats. I'll just get myself out a little bit. Get him up to the surface. Looks tricky. Tell you what, it's trickier than it looks. There you go, first fish on my paddleboard. Look at that. Down here in Yowie Bay. A nice, definitely a legal bream. Hey? On a little, the old bloodworm wriggler. What a beautiful fish. See, you just smash that little lure. Hey, pretty happy with that. First bream, first fish, and exactly the targeted species I was after. And he slammed that lure. There he is. Look at that. All right, back he goes. Fantastic. Time to get another one. really nice just sneaking around these pontoons and casting in underneath them. And the water's nice and clear today. You can see quite a bit of life down there. But because it's clear, I suppose the fish are fairly spooky. But the beauty of the paddleboard is just being able to sneak up really slow and work every little corner under these pontoons in little shadow areas, which is critical when you're targeting bream around the pontoons. Anywhere you see a bit of a shadow from the pontoon, it's a key spot to put your lure. You just keep watching your braid on the top of the water as well as you wind them back. And quite often you'll see your braid pulled tight, and that'll indicate the fish has just picked up the lure. I'm going to make my way right down to the bottom end of Yowie Bay now because the tide's rising, and I'll go down and fish over the flats down there and see how we go. But I'm pretty stoked. I got my first bream, first fish on the paddleboard this afternoon. So I had its maiden voyage out last Monday, and I'd like to thank the guys down at Tarrant Point BCF. Hooked me up with this fantastic paddleboard, and it's been a lot of fun so far. Just come up against the side of an old boat here in the deeper water, and I've just got my lure down nice and deep now, and just watching the braid as it sinks in case there's an indication of a strike or a fish picks it up. And I'll just do some little hops, work it back and let it fall back to the bottom again. Try and keep everything really, really slow. Just little tiny twitches. That's all you have to do for the bream quite often. Nothing under that one, so I'll move down to another boat, have another try. The ones that never move are the best ones. So if you find the boats with a lot of growth underneath them, plenty of food there, good spot. There's probably going to be bream holding up under that type of boat. Well guys, I've thoroughly enjoyed the afternoon on my brand new paddleboard, and I caught my first fish, so I'm pretty stoked about that. And I'm looking forward to more adventures on the paddleboard, especially when the kingfish turn up in summertime. I'll try and get out there and get dragged around the bay on my paddleboard. That'll be a lot of fun. Now guys, tune in next week for another fantastic clip on the Hook and the Cook. Please subscribe to our channel. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, and we'll see you guys next week. Cheers.